falling on the ground.
Was beast.
Game, record, and stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Going to dominate the game!
It's going to change towards Bustle. It's a double kill for Blizzard, while Paddling is on the run. Signify on the cusp of gaining victory here. Trying to get the bomb down. Mrin has no idea. Someone will find an ace. He's going to find a kill and get the second one as well.
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Personalize the way you see everything, and then conquer. Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
should be a very, very comfortable round here. Never mind, we're brother. That's my Buster. That's just a Mac 10. Sorry, that's a UMP. He can actually inflict a bit of damage as a full eco. And if he gets one more kill, that's money in the bank. And he gets another kill from the very same position. Another one for Beardbot. This 1v5 to a 1v2. This is extremely expensive. I don't believe it. I just do not believe it. He gets the ace. He gets the ace.
Shinchan, oh what a flick, Shinchan snaps on the inside.
Hey everybody, welcome to another live web stream of the ESL India Premiership 2017. I'm your host Vagish Godsleban, and all these endeavors are brought to you by the lovely peeps from Omen by HP, Intel, HyperX, Zawi by BenQ, and all of this has been brought together by Northern Gaming. Now, moving on to the first game at hand, here we have a best of 5 between Mrin, Lakar and Mukul. Let's take a look at these players. Starting with Mrin, the man needs no introduction. He's from Guwahati, won the 2016 Masters of ESL India Premiership. Did not enjoy a good run in the summer and fall season, but went on to attend both the finales, respectively. After a disastrous campaign in October, the player for the first time was forced into relegation, managed to survive, bounce back. Maybe he'll come back to his winning ways. Whereas Mukul a top Clash Royale player in the country, also known popularly by his alternate gaming nick 8-Bit. He hosts a popular YouTube channel as well. Well, he entered through this June phase starter cup, quickly climbed ranks, and now he's here in the winter season session 3. And he's all set to vie for a spot on the main stage. Will he reign supreme or not? We'll get to know.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESL India Premiership's daily stream. This is Manoj Supergola casting for you, and today we're going to watch a match between Mrin and Mukul. Mrin, the golden boy, our star champion of 2016 and many tournaments of 2017 as well, who recently was in the relegation zone, versus Mukul, a rather newer entry when compared to him. I mean, there have been people in the Masters League who are newer than Mukul, but I don't think he's part of the old guard yet, if you'd allow that. So anyway, Mrin versus Mukul. And yeah, I was teasing Mrin the other day about him dropping to relegation zone, you know, not returning to former glory and all that jazz, but he claimed he was only in the relegation zone because he wanted to save a different Masters player from the relegation zone, and he was so confident that he would just win all of his relegation matches that he just did it. Like I said, kuch bhi. Well, he has to prove his words, and right now we were just over a minute into the game and Mukul just took a tower off Mrin. So yeah, what do you say now, Mrin? What do you say now? Minute 30 left. Mrin's giant pushes are not proving as effective as he wants them to be, thanks to Mukul's poison. I think poison is probably the best defense that you have against minions and minion hordes. You just have to place it in a very nice spot, and before they are able to cross even half the length, they'll die. So Mrin's giant actually made it to the tower this time and punched it twice. Ooh, look at that over here on the left. Miner tanking the tower while these two minions just whack away at it, bringing it down to 340, 256 HP. That is in range of a fireball and log So Mrin has that in the bag, which is nice. But now we see that both players have realized what just happened, and now we see all the battle shifting over here on the lane on the right. Again, well placed poison right there destroys Mrin's minion horde instantly. Not instantly, but quickly enough. Quickly enough. Mrin chooses to save his fireball and just send his miner, a 3 mana card, to finish the tower off. Good decision, good decision. Forcing Mukul to put down a Night Witch right there. I mean, honestly, it's not going to do much. Like, it has to walk all the way to the tower, and the King Tower has more than enough damage to just kill it. Okay, again, another poison coming out to defend from those minion hordes of Mrin right there. Mukul's giant has made it to the tower with quite a chunk of his HP remaining. And now we see the miner and the giant just punching the tower down, while Mrin's own units are struggling to defend against them. Again, Mrin uses a fireball with a well-placed fireball to destroy Mukul's minion horde. I mean, it's nice, right? Okay, so Mukul again. Okay, so yeah, there we go. I was about to say Mukul was going to defend this again, but I realized it's not enough. The minion hordes do too much damage. So first game goes towards our multi-time champion. And we'll see if we can jump right into the second game. Mukul's sweating just looking at Mrin. Look at that. I think Mrin has put just too much pressure on Mukul, and now he's just sweating it out. Okay, so Mrin has shifted his deck. Now he's playing an Elixir Collector with what I'm guessing is going to be a Golem. There we go. And Mukul's playing his own version of Hog plus 3 Musketeer deck. With an Elixir Collector, of course. So let's see what Mrin has the poison to cut down on Mukul's Elixir Collector. Then Mukul has this Hog which he can just release center stage to make it reach the Elixir Collector. And yeah, successfully he does manage to bring it down. Now Mukul has a decent enough safe spot, I would say. His Elixir Collector is more than half alive, and he just put down a second one. While on the other hand, Mrin is just bleeding Elixir for a few seconds. Some encouragement going on there. People are just cheering the other masters, I would assume. And I think we are going to see the first 3 Musketeers come out. Yes, they do. Unfortunately for them, though, that Golem has already reached the tower and is only being attacked by a Knight and 1 Musketeer. And thanks to that, the tower has suffered quite a bit of damage. But again, over here on the left, this Hog is left unchallenged and is probably going to bring the tower down. One more hit. 200, 158, 108 HP. Yeah, that's well within log range. And I think now we're going to see Mukul shift his attention towards the right. I mean, to the left lane. Do some damage there. Secure his victory. Start his comeback. So 50. We are in the last minute of double elixir. And just like what we thought was a good idea, Mukul agrees, and now we see a huge amount of damage coming down on here on the left, bringing the almost full HP tower down to 668. Again, another golem coming down here on the left. I think this one is enough to completely destroy the tower, while Mrin completely ignores those 2 musketeers on the left because he can't do anything about it. This golem will safely bring the tower on the left down, but Mrin's not out of the water yet. Like, look at his own tower here. Like, it got shot down by musketeers by quite a bit. Lucky for him, he's not that slow either and brings Mukul's tower down to 750 HP as well. Another Hog attack coming out here on the left from Mukul. Will it reach the tower? Yes, it does. Does 1 hit of damage and dies, bringing the tower down to 404, which means the tower is not found. Oof. Okay, yeah. 1 hit and oh! There we go. Yeah, even though the Hawk couldn't finish the job, Mukul had the log handy and just finished it. So congratulations, Mukul. Looks like you've evened up the score one each. And he's still sweating. He's just looking at Mrin and sweating, and Mrin is giving that "don't mess with me" look. I think it's time we updated some of the Masters photos. But we can't do that because the Masters players are very lazy in bringing us the photos. And I can feel our production head Kunal shaking his head in vigorous agreement. So anyway, so before we jump into the the third game, since the score is a nice one each, I just want to delay the next game a little. Do you know why? Because I want to thank our sponsors: Omen by HP, Zoe by BenQ, Intel, and HyperX. And of course, all of this brought to you by Nodwin Gaming. And yeah, I guess that's enough for the cringy sponsor plug. And I think production agrees with me because I didn't even have to call for the next game to start it. There's enough of that. Let's just get into the game. Anyway, I just noticed. Do you guys notice that huge shadow going across the playing field, the top half of the playing field? There's this huge shadow covering 4 cells, just slowly panning across. I wonder where it's from. But enough about things that are outside the game. Let's talk about things that are happening inside. So Mukul has shifted to a Hog and Inferno Dragon deck, while Mrin has opted to go back to his Game 1 deck, which was a good plan because he was able to completely outcycle Mukul at many turns and bring his stars down. Oof, but this Inferno Dragon. Unfortunately for Mrin, he literally didn't have anything to challenge the dragon, and for every single second that a dragon is able to concentrate on a single unit, its damage just goes up exponentially. We see the perfect example of that happening, and because Mrin's star is now at 529 HP. And this push on the right with the Hog, with the Ice Golem and the Bats has brought the tower down to 1100 HP as well. This, thanks to that zap, the Inferno Dragon wasn't able to finish off the giant as quickly as Mukul had hoped, but didn't manage to do that much damage. The tower is only at 1608. Now we see the Inferno Dragon slowly making its way across, but Mrin has an answer this time. A little late answer, but still an answer nonetheless. Mukul managed to distract the minions with bats, and the poison took care of them. Now he lets go of his Hog, which I think is going to finish the tower off. Yeah, it does one more hit, and oh wow! Stops just short of killing the tower, 81 HP. Yeah, but it's okay. Mukul knows now that the tower is just going to disappear when literally any unit reaches it and just slaps it with its weak spaghetti arms. Lots of back and forth happening on both on the left and right. So yeah, thanks to that poison, Mukul was just waiting to defend and then finally do a poison. Yeah, Mrin didn't have enough time to use both his fireball and the miner at the same time, so I guess he couldn't push it into overtime. Congratulations, Mukul again. 2-1. The scoreline stands as it is now, and next game might actually be the last one. So let's see if that's true. So game number 4, what might be the last game for today? Mrin versus Mukul. Right now the score is 2-1 in favor of Mukul. And okay, so now Mrin has decided to use Mukul's 3 Musketeer Hog deck. It's not Mukul's deck, it's just a deck that Mukul used, because I've seen that in ladder as well. It's one of the more popular meta decks right now. Mrin has opted to bleed a little elixir for now, and thanks to that, the Hog actually managed to make it to the tower and hit it once. But now he has to defend against this huge push coming out from Mukul. I don't know, maybe it was the card choice or something, but Mrin actually suffered a third of his tower's damage, while Mukul is still sitting pretty at almost full HP. Lazy Inferno Dragon right there dropped behind the King Tower, making its way slowly across the field. Oh, I am not sure Mrin did the right thing by placing the Elixir Collector right then. Yeah, I don't think that was a good choice. See? Hog managed to get 3 hits off onto the tower, and now the Ice Golem is also hitting it, bringing it down to 594 HP. The poison did manage to do a bit of damage, but maybe it could have been placed better. Okay, minute 30 left on the timer. Then let's go off his first set of musketeers, 3 musketeers, 9 elixir for 3 units that are normally worth 4 elixir each. And we see the traditional push, the split push coming down. 2 musketeers on the left being supported by a golem. 1 musketeer on the right being supported by a hog, which is going to do some insane amounts of damage. I think this tower is done for. No, it's at 327 HP. Still a little life left. Like, Mrin comes out of nowhere with that push. Like, 3 musketeers. Like, yeah, let's just do it. Okay, so yeah, I think we can safely say the tower here on the right is gonzo. 1 hit from the musketeer and another hit from the hog, and it's just done for. But over here, thanks to that zap and the ice spirit splashing onto the minion horde of coming from Mrin, Mukul's hog was able to finish the job as well. But if you guys have failed to notice, Mukul's King Tower is at 2000 HP, which isn't a good thing, because now Mrin can actually drop a set of musketeers aggressively, like right here on Mukul's side of the field, and just finish the job then and there. But no, Mrin decides to play it the proper way, does a split push with his musketeers. They do suffer from damage thanks to the poison and the ice spirit and the bats, but they do make it all the way across the border and are now attacking the tower. Oof, 220 to 46 HP left. Oh, wow, that's gotta be very, very close. So he just has to find a way to... No, he has a log. Yeah, that's it, man. GG. Just send the log over there. And yep. The score is now 2 each. Mrin coming up back with an equalizer. So I guess we get to have one of those rare treats in the ESL India Premiership where we actually go to a game 5. So I just cannot wait. Let's see if who's the final victor here, Mrin or Mukul. So Mrin again shifted back to the deck that gave him that wasn't actually quite that successful for him, and Mukul now has shifted to the 3 musketeer hog deck. Now we have to wait and see who has the better draw, who makes less mistakes, who can outcycle the other person. Giant over here on the right, tanking a lot of damage, letting his minions do a lot of damage as well, bringing it down to 1100 HP. So this is what I see, right? I see the same thing happen both in these professional games as well as on the ladder. As soon as somebody puts down an elixir collector, the other person like looks at it like an invite. Yes, come into my base and pillage my buildings. Do it. And that's exactly what Mrin did, bringing it down to 1100 in one shot. And one more push like that, and we can basically say Mukul's tower is done for. Fireball coming out, and this Night Witch actually walks in, hits one musketeer, then walks back over to her own side of the field and then kills the musketeer. And the last musketeer just dies to one single arrow coming out from the tower. So again, Mukul's put down another executor and is thinking about putting one more down. Yes, and he does go through with it. That means Mrin has to do something, take advantage of this, you know, elixir spending. Like, an elixir collector just gives you more elixir. It doesn't move. It doesn't perform any sort of combat. The only bonus it gives you is it just gives you more elixir. And unfortunately, Mrin didn't have anything to challenge those two musketeers over there on the left, and they ended up doing a ton of damage to the tower, bringing it down to 902, which is lower than what Mrin's push did to Mukul. Okay, we see another hawk coming down here on the right, hitting the tower. Mrin tried to defend it with a set of minions, but they didn't do such a good job actually. I think this hog is going to get one hit off and two hits off. No, perhaps if it would have gotten two hits off, the tower would have been gone by now. Mrin right now is on the receiving end of a lot of pressure, like a lot of pressure. But that was a very effective takedown of the three musketeers. So right now, not only does Mrin have to worry about his tower here on the left, because one hit from a hog and a zap is enough to finish it off. And just like I've said it, there we go. One hit from the hog and a zap. Just 10 seconds into overtime, Mukul pulls off this victory. Congratulations. So it's been fun. Not many times do we get to cast actually all 5 games off a best of 5. So thank you guys for this. So, congratulations, Mukul. Mrinmay, what is happening, man? You're slipping. You're falling down on the leaderboards again. I'd really like to see you at the Delhi Masters as well. So just, try your best. Or I'm not gonna say anything else. Okay. So anyway, you guys have been watching the ESL India Premiership. This has been the Clash Royale game between Mrin and Mukul, with the result of Mukul winning 3. This has been the ESL India Premiership, sponsored by Omen by HP, Zoe by BenQ, Intel, and HyperX. Of course, all of this production brought to you by Nodwin Gaming. And this has been Manoj Supergola casting for you. And I'm going to hand you guys back to our in-house host, Wagish, who's going to tell you what's coming up. It's a CSGO game and a Dota 2 game if you guys haven't gotten used to the Premiership already. But the details of which he will give you. So stay tuned. Bye-bye.
Definitely, this is Mukul's day, a 3-2 scoreline. That too, very well contested scoreline, which ends in Mukul's favor. Well done, boy, well done indeed. Well, in fact, this sums up our Clash Royale edition when it comes to the games involved. We'll take a quick break here. On the other side, we have more games lined up, vis-a-vis CSGO and Dota 2. Welcome everybody once again to the ESL India Premiership 2017. Now we have a Counter-Strike Global Offensive game in the offing, Whack Band versus Indian Gamers. So let's quickly take a look at both the teams here. Now starting with Indian Gamers, they're from Nashik and they've been playing together for the past 1 year. They entered through the October phase starters and then they proceeded to play at the November phase challenger, post which now they are in the Masters League. This is their first game. Whack Band, based in Mumbai, they have been playing together for quite some time now, and their players Chris and Spawn have been instrumental in securing them crucial wins. Now, an October phase team was part of the Challenger League, and they managed to finish second. Eligibility for the Masters League then became evident for them. Now, let's see who reigns supreme in this game of Counter-Strike.
Mondays are miserable. But then we have Counter-Strike, so that keeps all of us happy. It keeps me happy at the very least. So we're going to be facing off, or rather, Vagban is going to be facing off against Indian Gamers. I haven't really casted these guys before. Indian Gamers got a few players like Easy, Neron. I'm going to stick with Neron. We've got Velocity, Naughty, Pixel Soul, a fast banana push coming out, and VB and Chris are holding the line. Chris spots out ahead, jumping over the mini wall. A spawn, or VB, as I like to call them, because there are too many spawns. It gets a little confusing. That's a pretty nice little fake here as they come charging out towards mid, making the presence felt, but they have no utility. None of these players have any utility. Here they come charging in towards archways, but this is looking a little ugly here. Going to be caught out reloading, but Freakle saving his teammate. Not really. Soul picking up 2 quick kills. Bomb's going to get planted, and that should be the round here. Neron pushing in towards Library. He's going to spot out BB, gets the headshot in, and Velocity gets taken up by Chris, but this is not going to be easy. Freakle tapping away. He gets 1 kill, getting shot at as well. Now it's a 2v2. That's Naughty. He needs to try and stay alive, and he's going to do the smart thing, rotate all the way back from apartments where the bomb is planted for him. He's got his player playing towards a pit. Pixel, Glock in hand, spots out Chris, gets a headshot, need shot indeed, and Freakle will fall as well to Naughty. And that's going to be the round for Indian Gamers. Pretty fast round. A very basic fake, running towards B. 4 players charging towards B, getting the presence felt, and then immediately falling back for a very fast take towards A, where Vagban were already in the process of rotating, so getting caught off guard, getting taken down. Indian Gamers keeping the national flag flying high and proud, gets the first round on board. Vagban with the force buy. Freaky taking one for the team, no armor on him, he's got 5-7. Don't really see the 5-7 out anymore nowadays, but it's cool to see that some players still do prefer it. Nades being tossed in, but look at Pixel go straight to his grave. Gets taken down. Nate to follow in, but VB doing a lot of damage to the deagle. He finds 2 kills. What were Indian Gamers doing? They're walking in 1 by 1. 2 players taken down already, and VB's gonna be like, thank you very much, sir. He's on 56 HP as well, and he's picked up a Mac 10. Smoke deployed. Naughty clearing out the corners. Again, all alone. No one to trade. No trade game whatsoever, and this is a far cry from the pistol round, which seemed very decisive and very on point. Rane is gonna destroy Soul. We'll be feeling his body leaving, his soul leaving his body. Freaky's gonna get the kill, and Naughty's gonna be left all alone in what is a textbook case of how not to play an anti-eco. Naughty's gonna get 1 kill. USB's gonna come out. He's gonna take the fight against Rane and Freakill teaming up together to completely destroy him. And Vagban are gonna be like, thank you very much. That's a free round for us. Indian Gamers with a textbook example of how not to play an anti-eco. Don't just go running in. You know the CTs are going to be at a force buy 9 times out of 10. Don't go in 1 by 1. The first guy died alone. Second guy died alone. Third guy died alone. Fourth guy died alone. And so did the 5th guy because he had no teammates remaining. And there you go, boys and girls. How not to play the second round when you won the pistol round. Fast, aggressive play, and a team kill comes in. What is even going on? They have managed to bifurcate this aggression from the CTs. Freaky should be careful. Oh, somehow they don't check the angle, and Freaky, he's going to strike, but he just gets 1 kill. Naughty's going to take him down. Look, I like aggression, but usually you want to keep 1 guy in apartments. But the bomb is dropped. VB has dropped the C4, but Pixel with a fadeaway shot with the Mac 10. This is a comedy of errors as the bomb is making its way from apartments. Free kill using that smoke. Try and edge his way around. He hears Pixel running. If they go for the default plan, that's a free kill for him. Are they going to go for the default plan? No, he's going to be going deep in. Neron's... I think he spotted out the player there. He does. He's got a flashbang. Instead, he's going to switch to the CZ. Great shot. As Indian Gamers are going to destroy Vagban. Vagban also showing a textbook example of how not to play the anti-eco on the CT side. I like with aggression. They did this a lot against a couple of teams they played recently in the ESL India Premiership. But usually when you go for mid-aggress, you want to keep a guy towards apartments with alt-mid, just scoping it out, just in case they come in from apartments or from alt-mid. So, and here's a problem. Because teams win eco rounds like this, they get this false sense of confidence that, hey, we know how to win with force buys and eco rounds, and they stick to it. And it's not because they're playing anything spectacular on their force buys, it's because they're being gifted rounds. Because their opponents are really playing their anti-ecos more smartly. A force buy is going to come out for Vagban. We have M4 on free kill. We have an for Mars, a couple of Deeks in the buy here. as VB again taking the fight all by his lonesome. He is gonna, however, come out on top. Finds Velocity. Again, no one traded Velocity, and Soul trying to find something in the smoke. He will fall back. Gun's gonna get spotted out. Freaky's gonna get the kill and finds a second one as well, spotting the feet of Naughty right beneath the smoke. And are they going to get ecoed again as Neuron trying to get the trade, but Chris is there ready and waiting, and Pixel is going to be left alone in a 1v4 as he does get the spray right. He gets 1 kill, down to 30 HP. He is going to get hunted down by Chris. Pixel. Need to hit some Pixel perfect shots here. He's already getting hunted down. Chris will take him down from behind. And that is going to be the scores tied 2-all. As both the teams have lost against the anti-eco, their anti-ecos. 3 anti-ecos lost. Well, the previous round wasn't exactly an anti-eco, but I mean, it was a very, very half-ish buy coming out from Backband. So, shouldn't have happened. The force buy is going to come in from Indian Gamers as well. And let's see how Backband plays this. Freaky, peering down mid, getting the opening kill. Rane sticking around a little bit too long there. He's got backup in the form of Chris, spotting at edge of the smoke. He should be calling it out for Chris. Instead, he's going to take the fight. He rips his head clean off his shoulders. Falls back immediately. Crystal floating around, but the smoke's going to dissipate, and he should make his escape. He takes the fight, does a bit of damage onto Neuron. Will be forced back. Naughty floating around towards Boiler. He's got a Tech 9 in hand. Seem to have a player who's disconnected for Indian Gamers. Freaky is going to get another kill towards mid. He's pushed in. He doesn't know there's a player right behind him. But he's pushed in so deep. What is he even doing? He's alone. And he is just pushed in. Hasn't checked towards tree. He might get sandwiched here, but he spots out Naughty. Gets the kill. And 1 player remains. That is going to be Velocity. With a P250 in hand and Backband's VB will be hit. And Velocity can actually get a second kill. Here goes for the spray. But Freakle comes to the rescue of his teammate. And that's going to be round number 3 for Backband. As they do survive the force buy / half buy from Indian Gamers. A 3-2 as normal services have kind of seemed to have resumed here. Rough stuff coming out from both the teams early on, though. Free kill. Taking the Velocity. Freaky snipes down Naughty. As they're getting completed mode on, Chris finds another kill. Look at how aggressively they've pushed up. Soul is going to be left alone, and he will be found out as well. 4-2. Much better anti-eco coming out from Backband. They don't lose a single player as well. See the AWP out in the hands of Pixel. It's only a tiny angle, but Rane, he's going to strike, gets the first kill, pushing in. Catching Soul. No trades yet. Velocity. Flames licking at his feet. He needs some backup, but the smoke is going to isolate him from the rest of his teammates. Now, VB is in a precarious position. He's all alone. If he gets spotted out, it's going to be a problem. And Velocity tags him down pretty badly. Is calling for backup. Freak is pushing pretty deep as well. But he will win the duel. 2 players pretty low. But they do have the man advantage. Barely, though. 2-man advantage. Free kill. We'll rotate towards Coffins to help to bolster the defense of that side. Spots out ahead. Does insta dink, but Velocity with a beautiful shot. He gets the kill. Now, I don't know if they know there's a player here at the bottom. It's going to be VB, who finds 1 kill. Can get a second kill as well, which he does. The AWP misses, and 1 player remains as Neuron in a 1v3. He might just be able to get the bomb down, but his defense is not going to be that easy. And him faking that plant is going to allow the CTs. enough time to make their way in, and here are not even able to get the bomb down, so doesn't even get the C4 plant money, and that's going to be round number 5 for Vakban. They lose a couple of players, but I don't think they're going to be too worried about that. 5-2 to scoreline. Indian gamers are going to have to go for an eco once more. Ronnie tossing in a deep Molotov. Spraying for all it's worth. Won't find anyone. There's an eco around here. From Vakband. Ronnie, not peering out far enough. I'm not a fan of these. Okay. Chris is there for the trade. Alright, I thought he wasn't anywhere close by. Ronnie feeling very confident. Very, very confident. Here they come charging out. Crossfire is good. Ronnie's going to get the kill, helping his teammate out. Ronnie still keeping them at bay, tapping away. Chris will find velocity in the meantime. Pixel does get a trade in though, but VB replies back. They're pushed in deep here, and Tease, they have no exit points. Soul's being kept at bay. Ronnie's going to find a kill in the Naughty, and Freaky will calmly tap away. Find Soul. That's going to be round number 6 for VB, keeping 4 players alive once more, as they've been playing a little bit more of a more passive, more orthodox setup. Timeout getting called by Vakband. Not sure if it's attack pause, but if it is attack pause, it's pretty smart. It's a good time to. It's a good time to. Oh, I think it's. I think it's a good time to call a timeout, considering that a player has dropped out. So 6-2 for Vakband, though. I mean, so far, Indian gamers have got nothing really going for them. They won this they won the pistol round, they won the force buy, but apart from that, Vakband haven't really made that many mistakes. Some pretty basic stuff, but Indian gamers haven't really quite adapted to it yet. So, player disconnected, nothing we can do, just have to sit and wait. Twiddle our thumbs. Oh, look at that, a nice little Vespa. It's in better condition than many of the ones I see on the road. Oh, look at that, a watering can as well. Pretty flowers. There used to be a PC here playing something, I remember. Is it not here anymore? There used to be a PC inside one of these rooms, if I remember it right. Maybe it's not there anymore. Was it in the old Inferno? I guess it was in the old Inferno. There used to be a PC where they used to, some production teams used to like put all 1.6 in it. Haven't really had an opportunity to play much Counter-Strike of late, so my knowledge of some of these, some of the little nooks and crannies of the map might be lacking a bit, unfortunately. So we're waiting on the player to reconnect back for Vakband. Gotta feel bad for the fishes, right? They keep getting wrecked in an explosion. This one looks dead. It almost looks zombified. That is not a normal fish. That is not a normal fish. Look at that. It's turning around like... Yeah, it's turning faster now. Oh, now it's moving. This next level AI right there. Valve. Has anyone ever counted the number of fish in this spawn? I'm going to make a quick counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. 10 fish. Bet none of you guys knew that. 10 fishes swimming in the pool here. It's kind of strange how they survive because, you know, when you keep a fish in a bowl of water, when there's no nutrients, nothing, they usually die. And this fountain, yeah, it's got lily pads and everything, but do people actually come here and give them food, give them fish food? Because otherwise, there's a lack of algae, there's a lack of weeds and whatnot. Not that weed you're thinking of, but weeds, like generally, you know. And usually the bigger fish eat the smaller fish, but here all the fish look the same. And do all of them swim in a clockwise direction? Oh, no. No. They turn around and then they swim in a counterclockwise. Pretty good, pretty cool AI. Like, think about it. There's one developer there when he was making this map, when he was designing the remake of Inferno with the rest of his teammates. There'll be one guy who was taking care of how the fish swim, like the pattern they follow while swimming inside his fountain. That's pretty impressive. That's dedication to detail. Valve, good shiz. Good shiz. More importantly, where are the chickens in this map? There used to be chickens in Inferno, I remember it. Had they removed the chickens from Inferno? I think they removed the chickens from Inferno. How dare they? Yep, no chickens in Inferno. That is just slightly disappointing, yeah. Alright, getting news from the admins that the player has, his net has come back. GO.FTW, as he's reconnecting back, so we should be resuming with the game. You don't have to deal with my madness, my particular brand of madness. It's easier when you have a co-cast where you can just, you know, shoot the shit, so to speak. And then here we have two clowns juggling their stuff. It is a circus indeed. You know, this looks very pleasant, you know, a very bucolic feel to the entire map and whatnot, but this water does not look healthy. It's very, very green, lots of algae, which sucks out the oxygen from the water and kills the fishes. So they should clean this area up a little bit. If I remember my biology right, I could be wrong. Probably Archie could help me out, but too much of algae sucks out the oxygen, it kills the fish, something of that nature. And we all know how Archie loves fish. Still waiting on the player to join in. Fun times, fun times. There's so many players with similar names. Like we have VB with he's back. He's back. I see free kill Johnny Bot server. There's VB Spawn. There's a Spawn in who's playing for Too Easy as well, who was the original Indian Spawn, so to speak, because you know he had that nickname for quite a while. Wait, he's disconnected again. Oh, fun. Fun! Oh, joy. Yeah, he's disconnected again. This is just fun. Okay, I'm getting the... Okay, he's back again. Hopefully the game shall resume before I lose my sanity. All right, I think we're good to go. The game shall resume. Praise the Lord. Yeah, okay. Okay, I don't even know what's going on at this point. And he's back again, but I don't believe him. It might just be messing around. Okay, game's gonna resume by the looks of it as... Alright, looks like we're gonna go live here. Free kill. Alright, we're back! We're back! We're back with the game, ladies and gentlemen, and it is going to be BB barreling down towards Banana, tossing in a nade and a Molotov as well, but there's no one to take a fight with them because everyone's playing it much more passively this time around. That's an improvement from Indian gamers. They're not pushing in alone one by one, but as I say that, Velocity's like, I want to take this fight. There is no one to trade, and it's not worked out for him. Quite a number of rounds. He's trying his luck, spamming through the smoke. No one to find. As they have gotten control of mid. So that's one thing going for them. But they have this crossfire. Chris and Ronnie have been... that's pretty weird smoke, though. Okay. Trying to go for the boost. Ronnie gonna be boosted up. Doesn't spot anyone out. Doesn't spot anyone out. Smoke getting tossed in. Incendiary in hand. Ronnie should toss it in right about now. There we go. As we have a player sneaking his way towards apartment. It's gonna be Soul. Does he have the caliber, though? Is the question on everyone's lips. As it is going to be the entry from Pixel, finding the first kill. That's a crucial kill onto VB. And free kill is alone for now, although he does have backup in the form of Rane. He's more than capable with that AK-47. Velocity hasn't aggressed yet. He'll be spotted out, but free kill, the timing on that was abysmal. Rane should be ready here, and he's going to find a kill in Velocity, but in the meantime, action taking place over at the B bomb site, and a player from pit. It is going to be Chris. What a hero. He finds 2 kills, stays alive. Molotov's going to flush him out. He's going to flash his way before he makes his escape, and he's going to blind, well, just one player, and he's going to avoid it, and Ron is going to come to his rescue. Gets the kill. It is all at Mr. Naughty, who is I am Naughty, and he will find 1 kill. He needs to find 2 more, but he will not get the frag. Rane come to the rescue of all his teammates, picking up a huge triple kill, and Chris, the savior of that round, though, staying alive in the pit, getting to a crucial double kill. And a little surprising that no one checked the pit before they started barreling into the rest of the site. Again, miscoms coming in from Indian gamers, and they're going to get punished with that. But they do have max loss bonus, so they're going to go for the buy anyway. AK-47's coming out on everyone. Pixel's going to be going for the AK as well, or maybe not. Maybe he had to sacrifice a gun there. I think he sacrificed a gun there to his teammate. Yep, just a deal in hand. Triple aggression down Banana. Velocity holding the angle, no one checking him, but they still win the duel. No trades take place, and look at this aggression from Vacman. They probably think this was an eco. They probably thought this was an eco, as Rane seems to have lagged out. Everyone's taking turns lagging out. Rane's lagged out. Oh joy. Chris is going to strike. He's going to find 1. Almost gets a second kill. Soul, however, somehow survive. But VB is floating around. Rane is floating somewhere else. Oh, I saw the mouse move. He's moving. He's back. And he's back. But now it's a 2v3 advantage to the CTs, to Vacban, as Naughty and Soul have a lot of work ahead of them. Tall ask ahead of them. Naughty, especially because he's the player with the health. Soul on 9 HP. He hears Rane floating around. Rane hasn't spotted anyone out. He should be careful. He can get flanked here. I'm a little surprised with sticking out for so very long here. They want to walk past him. Ronnie, what are you doing? It's all about timing. Naughty gets the kill. It's a crucial kill, but there's still another player in the side. It's Freaky. He's keeping them at bay. He spots one player out. He knows both of them are there. He falls back into the side. Spots out a player. Gets a kill. Bombs drop, but Naughty's going to get another kill. It's now a 1v1. And VB, this is cheeky. This is very smart from him. He's going to flash all the way towards Archways to try and fool Naughty. But Naughty, he's not going to be fooled. He's looking to take the fight, but he might just get hunted down from behind. He's going to be spotted out, and it's an easy free kill for VB. And that is going to be the round for Vakban. A much more closer affair than what's been the case in previous rounds. But in the end, they win the round. That's all that matters. 8-2 will be the scoreline. And Vakban, well, they continue to dominate. Here we go, yet another buy, and yet once again Velocity. He's like, it hasn't worked for 10 rounds. It's gonna work this time around. He's gonna jump up, and he this time gets the kill, but the trade's gonna come in real quickly. Ronnie's gonna get a kill in the meantime as well towards mid. Immediately, Freaky falls back towards B to bolster the B bomb side defense. Bomb still dropped towards T-spawn. Man down again. And Indian gamers, they haven't learned a lesson after 8 rounds of loss. I mean, at one point, Velocity might want to ask his teammates, hey, can we double up and go towards Banana? Just one of you guys, just come with me, might get a trade. Or maybe the rest of his teammates are like, hey, you're at least getting a kill here and there. Maybe we might want to help you out. But no, of course not. As Ronnie has pushed in deep, what is Ronnie even doing? What? And Soul will fall, however, to Freaky. It's again a 2v3. Man advantage is re-established by Vakban. And Pixel and Naughty, a lot of work to do. Did Freaky spot out a player? No, he hasn't. He's kind of actually rotating towards B. That's a missed call. But Chris will find Pixel. It is all on Naughty. Mr. Naughty. Spots out Chris. Calm taps. Gets to kill. He's going to go for the plant. And I like what Freaky is doing here. It's a tiny little thing. But he runs in through the flames and he gets the kill. Naughty, that is just so... that's unfortunate, right? But I like what Freaky did there. He waited for a few seconds just to wait for his teammate to come closer to him so they could go for the retake together. 9-2 to scoreline. Indian gamers yet to get a single gun round. Pixel goes in again alone, for crying out loud. Like, someone go with the man. Like, someone just go with him. Get a trade for once. For one round. Someone go together. Please. Please. Someone just go with him. Why are you going in one by one? What is this stupidity? What is this stupidity? Why are you going one by one? You don't have any strats. At least work the trade game. And Chris sticking around in the same spot with 10 HP. A little too ballsy in my opinion, as Free Kill will find Naughty. And once again, it is going to be a 1v3. Neuron does get the bomb down, but he will be found by Free Kill. That is going to be round by 10 for Vakban. But for crying out loud, man. Just play a tag team. Just 5 people go together. Go together. Like... just one guy together with him. Because if that's your default, I'm sorry, that is just... you will... I'm kind of a little flabbergasted here, ladies and gentlemen. As you can clearly see, I have kind of lost it. Is this the round they're gonna go together? No! Oh, Velocity. I really, someone needs to buy him a beer after this game. Poor guy. Rane pushes in, gets the kill. And Rane, what was that? You push in and there's no one at mid to cover for you? What's Vacman doing there now? I'm going to be impartial here. Vacman, I get it. You're confident, 10-2 up. But Rane pushes in with the op, gets a kill at alt mid, and there's no one in mid. Where was Freaky when Rane died? Why wasn't he marking towards mid, down mid? What was that? I don't know. And I'm in so much mental anguish. VB. Lying in wait. This is a ballsy position from him. He can get the kill. He hasn't been spotted out. Spots him. Oh, what a shot from Neron. Finds VB. And now, finally, Indian gamers might actually win a round. Might actually win a gun round. Chris finds... Oh, he finds Neron. That's a problem. Because Naughty is very low. He's internally bleeding. He's internally hemorrhaging. He's going to go for the right play, clearing out the angle. He should know by now where Chris is going to be sneaking in from. But the problem is, Chris has got an incendiary as well. And he's doing a very smart thing. But Chris is going to use up incendiary in the wrong spot. He doesn't know where the final player is. He has been outflanked. He's searching everywhere. He can just tap this. He's checking everywhere but behind him, and it's going to come down to Naughty. He's creeping around the corner spots on the bot, and he gets the kill, finally! Indian gamers get a gun round on board. He picks up the op as well. A tiny little crucial mistake there from Rane, pushing in, and teammate not being there to cover him from top mid. Was that a team flash? I don't know. Flashbang up high, Rane taking the fight towards mid, no one to spot it out. VB and Free Kill doing their usual, up to the usual shenanigans over in Banana. Neron ready and waiting, VB's gonna fall to him. That was a smoke bait, that was a very smart smoke bait. Flashbang is good, but no one to take advantage of it. Freaky spots out the shoulder, goes for the spray. Should be falling back. There's lots of players, but he goes for one. Finds another one in the smoke. Freaky just doing freaky things as rotation is taking place, but they have this little contend with Chris. Freaky just playing it safe. He's going to be spotted out by Velocity, and he almost gets the kill. Actually, does a lot of damage, and Neron not even checking pit. In all the confusion and the chaos, they just lost their heads and walked in like chickens to the slaughter. Final round of the first half. Indian gamers just getting 3 rounds, and they have the money. The money's broken. Going to the final round of the first half. And Vacman, they can easily close this out 12-3. Nade in deep, that is gonna hurt. Oh boy, it's gonna hurt, and Freaky's like, give it to me, give it to me. Chris is hungry as well, he should be covering the other angle. Perfect positioning with the crosshair. Freaky finds another one as they come barreling in to try and get the bomb down, and Freaky's gonna be reloading, but he's gonna be able to do nothing. Velocity's gonna get the kill, the bomb is still floating around. The Velocity pick up an M4, Chris is gonna be spotted out, but Chris is gonna get the kill, but a quick trade comes in for Pixel. But the Deagle will get the headshot, but now he's in 1v3 once more. Bomb on his back. 2 players looking in his direction. I'm not too sure why both of them are looking in the same direction, as they're doing smart thing, falling back a little bit more passively. No need to give him away, to give him any advantage whatsoever. As Pixel has a lot of work to do. He's going to make his way out from Boiler. Checking, and VB is ready and waiting with the op in hand. Plucks him. 12-3 for Vacband. As Indian gamers, they need to win the pistol round, and they need to grind a number of rounds in a row here. It's not going to be easy. Here we go, though. Pistol round. And once again, 5 sets of armor. Default pistols for Indian gamers. And for Vac Band, VB taking one for the team. He's got a smoke, couple of flashbangs. Should be tossing the smoke now. Chris going to open things up. Smoke on the site. Soul doing his best. He's got 1 kill. He's trying to keep Chris's bait. Chris using an opportunity to explode out from apartments. Freakle's gonna get spotted out, but somehow, I don't know how Soul's alive. He's flashing in the smoke. He thinks the bomb spanner for default, but no, the bomb spanner in the site, and now it's a 3v3, 4v3. Rane up above. This guy's a madman, and the trade's coming quickly and fast as VB finds 2, Freakle finds Soul, and they all get destroyed. Vacban not wasting any time whatsoever. They had a plan in mind. They went for it full-fledged, overwhelming the side with the Glocks. Playing in the site, and Indian gamers had no entry into that wall of Glocks, so to speak. And 13-3, Indian gamers, they needed that pistol round. But they did win their first, the force buy, so anything could happen. Passive, very passive hold coming out from Indian gamers, IG. 5.7s, 2 5.7s, a P250, a couple of CZs. Not much to write home about, but these guns can work, but they're playing default spots, which makes it a little bit more trickier. I don't have much utility remaining either. 2 flashbangs in hand with over a minute and 14 seconds on the clock. Pixel gets a kill, but it trades are fast and furious. And although Soul does get a kill, it's not going to be enough. Chris finds a kill on the Naughty, and a bomb is making its way towards B. Soul, he's got to make up his mind. What does he do? Because kills took place in both the sides. He's got to make up his mind and decide where he's going to commit to, and he's going to choose the wrong bomb site, unfortunately. And Vagban are going to make their way to the bomb site. They get the bomb down. Soul still doesn't know which site it is planted for. At this point, might as well go for the save. But Chris, oh, he's gonna go for it. Or maybe not. Just looking for exits probably at this point. You can see him just walking around. He doesn't have a kit. He does have health though. He does have a health advantage to 2 of his plays. But Freaky's there. Freaky just rattling off shots, warning shots, telling Soul, I am here. I'm ready and waiting for you to attempt whatever you want to attempt. Freaky should be careful though. He might just come walking out. He's going to come walking out, back turn, and so should get the free kill. Not too sure what Freaky's doing. Not too sure what Freaky's doing. Why would he go? Chris gets a kill in the end, but what was the point of that? Running out towards CD spawn when you have no information where the last CT is, and instead you could have gone towards Banana where your teammate had already exited, so you know that avenue is clear for you, safe for you to save your weapon. Instead, he gets taken down. I mean, sure, it doesn't matter in the end of the day, it's 14-3 still, but small little things like this which really grate me. The force buy is going to come out again from Indian gamers. They don't want to play for overtime. They want to try and mount the comeback with this force buy. Freaky ready and waiting for Naughty to show himself. Naughty shows himself. He falls back. VB alone, but a beautiful entry. Velocity always learns him. You want to have your teammate playing a little bit close by if you're going to be playing that aggressive an angle. Let's see. He's making their way in. Soul peeks out. He gets the kill. That's a bomb dropped, and it will be picked up. Freaky finds Naughty in the meantime. There's no one at the A bomb side at the moment. T's, of course, don't know this, as they look like they want to really commit here, as Freaky's going to get another kill. He's looking for more. Smoke's going to dissipate. Spots out both the players, and they're all going to fall to VB, who picks up both the final kills. 15-3 will be the scoreline. Vacband on map and match point. And for Indian gamers, they will have to go for another force buy. Up out in the hands of Rane. This heavy presence towards mid. Fast presence towards mid coming out by the T's. Soul trying to be cheeky. It's always risky trying your luck through the smoke with the C-side because you don't have that many bullets to work with. That's naughty. Deagle in hand. Not exactly the best spot to play with the Deagle, but it can work out, and he gets knifed! Oh, in the ass! Soul will be traded real quickly. Oh boy. They just refuse to play trade games. I mean, if you have pistols, if you had two players in apartments, at least he wouldn't get knifed. The bomb's dropped, it has to be picked up, but to be honest, Velocity is in a 1v4. He gets one kill, but now they know exactly where he is, and the bomb is still going to make its way there as VB is going to find a kill on Velocity. That is going to be it! VB will put Indian gamers out of their misery. GG well play being called by both the teams. GG well play being called out by me as well. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Actually, no, Tuesday's an off day for the YouTube stream, so I'll probably see you guys on Wednesday. Or you can probably catch me on television, because I'm on TV as well, yeah. Well, that's it from my end. GG well played. I'll see you guys when I see you. Adios.
Definitely seems like Whack Bands' day here. 16-3, the final scoreline sets the game in their favor. And this is what we have from the CSGO turf here. We'll take a quick break. On the other side, Dota 2.
What is that? night falling on the ground. Long day, but we won't back down. One thing playing on our minds. Long wait, but we won't give up now. You crave the love I gave, and we'll do it again. A cold night getting warmer now. The ground shakes as our love gets loud. We are the champions of the night. We are the champions of the night. Yeah. We are the fighting tide, the ones that burn so bright. We are the champions of the night. Can't tell if we're dreaming now. We watch as the fire falls down. One thing playing on our minds. Time stops and we don't make a sound. You crave the love I gave, and we'll do it again. A cold night getting warmer now. The ground shakes as our love gets loud. I'm ready to love. We're the champions of the night. I'm ready to
Hi everybody, welcome to the ESL India Premiership 2017 web stream. Now we have Dota 2 in the offing, and all of this Alabalu has been brought to you by Omen by HP, HyperX, Intel, and Zawi by BenQ, and organized by Nordvin Gaming. Now, Nefarious versus Embrance Gaming is what we have in store for you. Let's quickly take a look at both the teams here. Now, starting with Nefarious, they're from Delhi. They finished second in the October Phase Starter Cup and were eligible to enter the Challenger League. They posted a respectable score in the November phase, and they aim to extend the performance into the December phase so that they can try to attend the finale. Whereas Embrance Gaming is from Mumbai. They began their journey in the Premiership through the Challenger League in November. They entered the December phase, and voila, they were there in the Masters League. So is it going to be an Embrance Gaming day, or is it going to be Nefarious all the way?
They Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESL India Premiership. My name is Vivek and you're watching Nefarious on the Radiant Face-Off versus Embrance Gaming on the Dire. Nefarious, they've been recently promoted from the Challenger League to the Masters League, and I think their first game was against Team Nirvana. And Nirvana, one of the bigger boys in the Masters League, were up for a rude shock. I mean, Nirvana played phenomenally well. They kept kiting, Nefarious kept ensuring that the Shadow Demon Luna push never got going. But at one point, Nefarious just had enough and just marched down the mid lane, took down the tier 3 and went directly for the throne. So there is some quality decision making and leadership behind the side of Nefarious. And I'm excited to see it come into play once more. So far, the draft has started out in a really interesting manner. Nefarious have banned out the Viper. And Embrance, for some reason, think that, well, Nefarious want to pick up the Templar Assassin because Viper with damage over time is one of the better counters to the Templar Assassin, and they're going to ban out the Templar Assassin. Nefarious not taking the chances. They ran a Shadow Demon Luna themselves, but they're going to ban out the Shadow Demon this time around, while Embrance is going to ban out that pesky 4 position in the form of the Undying, and the Underlord gets banned out as well. Not your standard set of opening bans, but some bans nonetheless. And we're probably going to see suppose get picked up early on. I'm curious to see how Nefarious wants to open this. What was one of their standout factors in their game versus Kalnayak, VP, and the rest of Team Nirvana was how their 2 supports played. They ran a Shadow Demon Kunkka, and their movement around the map was just flawless. They were almost always at the right place at the right time. But this time around, they're going to pick up the Lich. Now, I'm not 100% sold on Lich anymore because, well, primarily the range creep in the mid lane doesn't hold that much value anymore. The amount of EXP that a range creep gives you over a melee creep is minor after 7.07. So sacrifice isn't going to be that huge of a factor. But yeah, Chain Frost and the Ice Summer are always nice to have in team fights. Embrance are going to pick up the Earthshaker. Looking at where the creeps meet on the enemy safe lane, that Fisher block is going to have some value. And if you couple that up with blocking out the small camp, you are absolutely going to destroy the equilibrium of the enemy safe lane up. Couple of changes to Earthshaker worth noting is that there's no initial damage coming out from the Echo Slam. Echo Slam does damage only if there are targets in the vicinity, and the Echo Slam just by itself doesn't do anything. So, I mean, despite all of that, Earthshaker still picked a fair bit. We're going to see the Disruptor get picked up. Good 5. The Static Storm is going to be nice. The Glimpse in this scenario might be enough to deal with the Tidehunter and hold him in place. It hopefully will give Embrance enough time to bring down the Tidehunter when he walks into the offlane. Speaking of the Tidehunter, though, Secret have been first picking the Tidehunter for a good bit of their games at the Perfect World Masters. Finally, LFY had a theory, and the theory really worked as to how to deal with the Tidehunter. They just picked up the Elder Titan, removed all of his base armor and resistance, and they had enough physical damage to just run down not only a Tidehunter but also Medusa. Next set of bans, Embrance is going to ban on the Invoker. This is such a hot ban in my MMR bracket. Primarily because, well, if the enemy team gets it, you're screwed, and if your team gets it, you're screwed as well. That's usually how Invoker works in my pubs. Tinker's going to be banned out. A lot of mid heroes getting banned out here. I'm not so sure why you'd ban out the Co-op. Embrance could pick it up if they want to. I'm not sure it wants a ban. But anyhow, Embrance, they're just going to focus on their mid heroes. Now, Nefarious, they do know that Embrance is looking to pick up a core after this next set of bans, and they're probably wondering to themselves as to what would be the best use of the ban here. If they haven't got a plan, was it the Medusa, they'd be hoping to ban that out, but instead they're going to ban out the Ursa. This I understand. Fury Swipes is great versus the Tidehunter. I mean, the Kraken Shell doesn't get rid of it, doesn't dispel it, and Tidehunter would have been in for a really tough lane. Then you got another melee safe laner that excels versus the Tidehunter, the Monkey King. Jingo Mastery can't be shot off by the Kraken Shell. And even that damage reduction coming out from the Anchor Smash won't be affecting him too much. Nefarious immediately picking up the Phantom Lancer. This is a little bit of risk, considering that there's an Earthshaker on the enemy side. But hey, Nefarious, they're going to take the risk.
10 seconds
So
remaining.
both one positions being revealed immediately.
5 seconds remaining.
Embrance, what are they looking for? They're looking for an offlaner. Presuming that this is a 4-position Earthshaker. Offlaner. This is the Tide Hunter. And the PL. I mean, Batrider's in the pool. If they want to, they could pick up the Batrider. And looking at how Nefarious have already committed to the Lich as their primary defensive support, one can somewhat assume that they might not have room for another. Or they could pick up something like the Legion Commander, which isn't too bad either. Should be fine in lane. The overwhelming odds should only do better with the Phantom Lancer. They're going to go with the Timbers, huh? And they've got their own tanky offlaner now. I'm honestly wondering if this could be one of those games where the Lich considers making a Spirit Vessel
5 seconds remaining.
just to deal with the Timbersaw. I mean, it reduces HP regen by around 70%. So all that regen coming in from the reactive armor is pretty much done away with, and I think it lasts 20. How long does it last? 8, 10, something like that. 8 seconds, I think. Yeah, so 70% of HP regen taken away, and last 8 seconds. That should help you deal with the Timbersaw and all that extra HP regen that he's getting from the reactive armor stacks. They're gonna pick up the Jakiro. I have mixed feelings of Nefarious's lineup right now. They've got what seem to be 2 5-position heroes. I don't see how the Jakiro's gonna be moving across the map trying to get kills all by himself.
5 seconds
But yeah,
remaining.
they've got a little bit of push with the liquid fire coming out from the Jakiro. Not sure I agree with this pick. Embrance are going to ban out the OD. Smart ban coming out from them would have been rather excellent versus the Timbersaw. And Nefarious, they're looking for a mid laner. Now the pool has shrunk down a fair bit. What have you got in the pool still? I think you got Lena.
10 seconds remaining.
Actually, what Nefarious could end up doing is just send the Phantom Lancer mid if they want to, and pick up something else in the safe lane. I'm wondering if that honestly benefits them, if sending the PL mid could be an option here. But yeah, they're looking for a core at this point. Ideally, someone that builds a Silver Edge. Very few options. I don't know. They could send the PL mid and run a Razor in the safe lane. Otherwise, you just got standard mid options like the Lena, like the Ember Spirit. Lena, Ember. Tay has been banned out. Cop's been banned out. Invoker's been banned out. You could pick up another tanky Son of a Gunnya in the form of the Dragon Knight, but then you don't know what you're up for in the mid lane. Or draft coming out from Nefarious. This PL pick has sort of locked them in, and what's even stranger is the Jakiro pickup. But yeah, I'm just wondering what it is that they're looking for in the mid lane, and they're going to pick up the Juggernaut. So yeah, they are looking at running that Phantom Lancer in the mid lane, and Embrance should be ready for this. PL mid, if Embrance want to... Okay, I'm just looking at options. They could pick up something like the Meepo in the mid lane. Meepo should be absolutely fine versus the Phantom Lancer.
5 seconds remaining.
I think the Razor is good. Lena's in the pool, but I'm not sure how I feel about that one. Lena's not going to have too much of a fun time versus the Phantom Lancer. Am I missing any hero? Sniper? Or, I mean, nah, I don't think trying the Tempest on mid is really in their best interest. They're going to go with the Void. Huh. I don't think anybody saw this coming. So they are running the Timbersaw mid. Void in the off lane and Monkey King in the safe lane. Is that it? Is that what Embrance are looking for? But yeah, this is just making the team fight even stronger. The Chronosphere is going to be good setup for the Static Storm. It's going to allow Timbersaw to just, eventually do away at the enemy's health with Chakram. But yeah, it's unusual. It could work. What I do see going in Embrance's favor is that mid lane matchup. I think the Timbersaw is just going to do absolutely okay versus the Phantom Lancer. Tidehunter is not going to have that much of a fun time in the offlane versus the Monkey King. I think the Void is also going to do rather well. It's going to be okay versus the Lich, Jakiro, and the Juggernaut. I mean, it's not going to be easy for him to go down in that offlane. If you look at the draft on paper, the laning phase at the very least is going to turn out somewhat better for Embrance. But yeah, Nefarious, I really wanted this Phantom Lancer pick, and let's see if they have a plan that can make this work. Despite however the lanes might turn out, I'm pretty sure we're going to load into a game which is going to get paused more or less instantly. And yeah, I called it. This is going to be time for me to set up my camera script. You guys can go get a beverage. And I'm going to quickly run through the lineups here. For the side of Nefarious, we've got Abhi playing the Phantom Lancer, Lich in the hands of the Drafter, Lips of an Angel, Pick a TP going to the safe lane with the Juggernaut. Blaze will be heading to the off. Damn, this is confusing. Who's who? Where's everyone? There you go. There's everyone. Okay, so that's Disruptor. There's going to be Zac playing the Disruptor. It's going to be EG Revo on the Earthshaker, Technicolor Phase on the Timbersaw, Monkey King in the hands of F, and Void. There he is. Look at that. Egyptian Void going to be played by Shadow.Wahab. Okay. I don't know much about Embrance. This is the first time I'm seeing them in the Masters League. Heck, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time they ever got through to the Masters League. But they seem to have drafted reasonably well here. Okay. Short pause. I'm going to sip on some tea. Wait for things to resume. I have no idea why players do these pauses. You know, if you guys stick around for the next stream, which is day after tomorrow, I'm going to actually ask the players pre-game, why the hell? I mean, this only happens in India and in Indian tournaments, that players always pause as soon as the game loads. I once asked a fellow player as to why they do this. I think it was Reckoning. Not Reckoning Infinity, but Reckoning. And it seems that players need to take a bathroom break as soon as the game loads. That's one theory. The other theory that I've heard is that players need to decide as to who's buying wards. But honestly, I find that quite silly. I mean, everybody knows who's buying wards, but maybe they just need to plan how they open. Not sure if this is tactical. I'm not sure why this takes place. Heck, I'm not even sure why this is accepted. But yeah, every game I mean, 90% of games in the ESL India Premiership begin with a pause. Great way to ensure that all your viewers just dissipate. No one has any clue as to why we paused right now. Take a quick look at starting items here. Abhi's picked up that early slipper of agility. What's he looking at? I don't know. Might look at an Aquila. Maybe just a Wraith Band. He's gone for the Quelling Blade early on, which is a little surprising. Because Phantom Lancer has reasonably high base damage. He doesn't really need the Quelling Blade per se. It's got 66 damage to start out with. Unless he sees himself laning with the Monkey King and he wants to chew through some trees. But even then, it's a huge ask to necessitate a starting Quelling Blade. Don't see that too often. But yeah, he's picked one up. Lips of an Angel, 2 sentries to start out with. We'll be looking for either a bunch of D-wards or we'll be looking to block the small camp, I presume. And yeah, Jakiro's got 2 observers. Early smoke as well, getting picked up by the Earthshaker. Wonder if they're gonna pop a level 1 smoke straight away. Nope. This might also be one of those games where, as a Phantom Lancer, you might have to build a BKB. I'm not sure that's gonna cut it, but he's gonna need it for sure. But yeah. Both teams just creeping together. Now they have smoked up on the side of Embrance, but this smoke did come in a little late. Not sure if they're going to have an advantage reaching the enemy bounty rune before before Nefarious. And another pause, another disconnect. Apologies, folks, but if you do follow any of these teams, you definitely should drop them a message and find out why they pause as soon as we load in. But everything tends to go wrong for that 1 hour of time when you're supposed to have a good game of Dota. Void is going to the safe lane. So who's going mid? Are we looking at a mid Timbersaw and an aggressive tri lane coming up from the Monkey King, the Earthshaker, and the Disruptor? If it is an aggressive try, we should see... Nope, no Magic 6 just yet. I'm not really sure how these lanes are going to pan out, but for now both teams have smoked up. And they're heading towards the same bounty rune. It seems as if Embrance had just smoked up and they've decided to perch atop the high ground and sit there, while Nefarious, what's the play from them? Just running through the lane. This isn't the best way to execute a level 1 smoke. Now they are moving towards the enemy bounty rune. Yeah, Timbersaw breaks the smoke. And Nefarious, as well as Embrance, both of them pretty much just waste their smokes at level 1. Earthshaker is going to go and plant himself at the enemy bounty rune. So the best that Nefarious got from that level 1 smoke was this observer ward. While if you look at Embrance, they've got the observer ward planted down in the mid lane. So they should be able to spot out Nefarious getting that observer in the mid lane and look for an early D ward. It seems as if they want the Monkey King to lane mid. Yeah, so they're laning the Monkey King mid versus the Phantom Lancer. I think Abhi's gonna be fine. I say that, but yeah, Monkey King just with the range is gonna get those Jingo stacks nice and easy. But yeah, Abhi with Lich to babysit him should be doing okay. Lips of an Angel just drops a sentry. Now, they still haven't got a ward planted in the mid lane. Technicolor phase on the Timbersaw walks in the lane with a point and the whirling death. Now this is unusual. You usually put points into reactive armor early on, just so that you can get those reactive armor stacks by tanking up the creep wave and hopefully have some semblance of a laning phase going. Right now, he hasn't got a single point of EXP while the Tide has hit level 2. Whoops, apologies. Camera going haywire for a second. But yeah, I think Abhi's gonna do okay. Just with the Lich babysitting him, this is working out. And yeah, Timbersaw still searching for that level 2. Tide just doing a whole lot better here. They're struggling to find any sort of equilibrium here. I mean, they're really struggling to deal with this Tide. He's pretty much bullying the 2 supports by himself. He's got boots. He's even got an observer bot. Should be doing okay. Okay, there's the Fissure. They block plays. They've got the Thunderstrike. They're gonna run him down. And yeah, I think I spoke too soon. Zax goes first blood. Lel 1 Thunderstrike. And they do manage to bring down the Tide Hunter. Timbers has found his level 2, but yeah, the real advantage is that he hasn't died a single time. Mid lane, Monkey King, he's got the Jingu stacks. Seems to have acquired it by pounding away on the Lich. Not really sure what happened there. But yeah, I mean, Monkey King, he's losing the CS battle for sure. And Blaze once again caught with the Fissure, the kinetic field on the floor. Do they have enough? He's got the Anchor Smash. He's been surrounded by 3 heroes. But the Dango region seems to be enough. They do not have the glimpse, and Tide is going to be okay. So, I mean, the reason you pick up heroes like the Monkey King or the Ursa versus the Tide is they aren't too bothered by Kraken Shell or even the Anchor Smash to some extent. That Jingu is still going to hit and hurt. And I somewhat expected them to lane the Monkey King versus the Tide Hunter. But instead they're laning the Monkey King mid, which isn't the best use of drafting a Monkey King in the first place. He's struggling in terms of CS. The Phantom Lance is 3 times as much as him in terms of CS. And this mid lane isn't working. I said Embrance would have the better start in the lane. But they kind of messed up in my opinion. Yep. Pretty much all 3 lanes are somewhat going as per plan. The Tide did die once. And he's prepping stacks himself, so Zach just waiting here patiently. Now he can't do this all by himself, but he's getting a little bit of information as to what the Tide Hunter's up to. I've also got this deep observer bot, so it's quite clear that these supports are going to spend most of the time trying to just bully out the Tide Hunter rather than trying to have impact elsewhere across the map. And now Blaze just walks into his own jungle. Revo and Zac are giving chase, and their chase has resulted in them making their way towards the mid lane. Now the Phantom Lance has no vision about this. 2 points in the Boundless Strike. This could be a kill provided that Revo gets a decent Fissure to start things off. Okay, this is going to loop back around to the top lane. Blaze is jungling peacefully. Quite start here, and I don't know. I want to say Nefarious are going to be somewhat okay with this. I'd like to believe that a Phantom Lance and a Juggernaut scale better. The Monkey King is one of those heroes that needs to have a good mid game, get as many kills as possible. Phantom Lancer only has room to grow, and don't know if Embrance will have all the answers to deal with the Phantom Lancer. One way of getting things started is having that Fury. Maybe that could be enough to deal with the Phantom Lancer and his illusions. For now, he's forcing out TPs. We were just keeping tabs on the Tide Hunter. Bottom lane, meanwhile, Juggernaut manages to solo kill the Timbersaw. Omni slash Blade Fury did the trick. And yeah, the Timbersaw skill build, it's bloody unusual. And that might be the reason he went down. Revo's in a bit of trouble as well. The dual breath did clip him. He's got the Fisher. Did use it, but didn't get too much done with it. The kinetic field could have been enough, but Blaze was there with the anchor smash. They bring down the Earthshaker. The lane's not going off tremendously well for Embrance. And I'm puzzled as all hell as to why the Timbersaw is not putting points into the reactive armor. It's not like there's an excess of magical burst damage to deal with him. The mid lane's going awful as well. Monkey King dropping low. B goes in. Charges towards him with the Phantom Rush. Manages to doppelganger away, but the illusions along with the dual blade will get the kill. 3-1 is the score. Nefarious just dominating lanes that they shouldn't be in the first place. Jesus. 7 minutes in. Monkey King. He's got the bare necessities. Infused raindrops and a wand in. Okay, they are finding kills somewhere. Now they did manage to get one onto the Juggernaut. But yeah, Timbersaw paid with his life as well. Okay, a little bit of lag on my end, folks. Apologies about that. But yeah, Earthshaker as well as the Disruptor, they're moving towards the mid lane. Now Lich has for the first time planted a ward around the mid lane. They do not see up the high ground at the Earthshaker and the Disruptor, but now they might have got a sense that there's someone in the vicinity. Yep, indeed, the pings are out. A B could have fellow teammates seeping in. Charges into the Fisher. The Chain Frost! Perfectly done by Lips of an Angel. The Disruptor will fall and now he's going to clean house. Lips of an Angel running away. The Chain Frost comes through once more, brings down the Earthshaker. Heck, they commit the Ravage. They get the kill. It's a double kill for the Phantom Lancer. Embrance. I mean, getting schooled there. That one ward from the Lich giving so much information, and the Earthshaker and the Disruptor making them move after the smoke timed out and being punished rightly so. Abhi gets a double kill. I mean, he could pretty much build anything he wants to at this point and not pay too heavily. Not a fan of the Midas, but don't think he's going to be getting one. He's going to go for the Diffusal Blade early on. Timbersaw putting all his points into the Whirling Death. Usual skill build, maybe it could possibly work. So he is outputting more damage than he is soaking up in this offlane. Monkey King just cosplaying, that's what it's come down to. Fun fact, it's a cosplay competition at every LAN finale of the ESL India Premiership. Might see a couple of new contestants this time around. Fake a TP on the Juggernaut, pulling towards that Battle Fury. Going to ensure that he keeps up in terms of farm with that Void. Who's actually got his Battle Fury complete. A naked Battle Fury 10 minutes in. All that Wahab has been doing is last hitting like a boss. And he's got 63 last hit, 64 to the Juggernaut, 68. But bottom lane, Technicolor phase. He's got the Chain Frost upon him. The Timber Chain was there, but the Liquid Fire coming out from the Jaquito did manage to burn him down. And the Juggernaut's going to be having a Battle Fury soon enough with a phase and a wand to go with it. Void will probably look to get a pair of boots, probably upgrade them before he looks to take a fight with the Chronosphere. But yeah, 10 minutes in, 4,000 net worth advantage. Nefarious are cruising in this early game. I want to say a lot of it boils down to how Embrance decided to lane and some questionable skill builds as well. The whirling death getting maxed out is so situational. So rarely works. And Juggernaut still a threat. He has the Omni Slash. They could look to apply a little bit of pressure on this Timbersaw. But yeah, we're soon exiting the laning phase, entering the mid game, and Timbersaw, he's not got much to show for it, just a soul ring. Fake a TP, healing one, Omni Slash. Quick Timber Chain coming up from Technicolor Phase. It's going to buy him time from the Blade Fury. The dual breath will whiff the Earthshakers here. He hasn't got the Echo Slam, but it's 3 points into the Fisher. Onto the Juggernaut. His Blade Fury on cooldown. The Echo Slam committed. They get the kill. Revo brings down the Juggernaut, while the Monkey King gives chase to the Chakiro. Quick dual breath. No Ice Path just yet, but he's trying to make a run for it. He's moving towards the enemy tier 3, and he gets glimpsed right back. Good stuff coming out from Zac. They are going to punish the deep dive coming out from the Juggernaut as well as the Chakiro. And they're going to delay that Battle Fury. All of this is somewhat good news for the Void. Can have an advantage in terms of items. The bad news is that RB is going unchecked in the mid lane. He's applied a lot of pressure to this tier 1, and if this Monkey King leaves his lane another time, could very well easily just give up a tier 1 tower in the mid lane. Symphony Angel did lose the ward that was planted at this part of the map, but he immediately makes up and drops another. Good stuff coming out from Nefarious here. They're keeping up in terms of vision. I mean, if you look at the division, they've just got this one ward which is just freshly planted. Juggernaut, 400 odd gold away from his Demon Edge and that completed Battle Fury. I mean, the only thing that's really working for Embrance right now is that the Void is farming unchecked. How much impact can a Void have though is the question. Anyway, early pressure coming out to the tier 1 in the mid lane. I'm going to start dropping liquid fire and whatnot and just throw bodies at that tower. They should be able to get it. Not sure what Zac intended to do there. 13 minutes in, level 4 Disruptor, there's not much he can do. A zoning Wukong's command, the illusions will get the tower down. Technicolor Phase is here, the Chain Frost bouncing, the Fisher is there, but the Earthshaker will go down to the Chain Frost, and although the Monkey King got his Boundless Strike off, I'm not sure if it's enough to bring down Abi. The Timbersaw though, with the Chakram, will get the kill. Void is here looking for the Chrono, only onto the Lich. It's a kill nonetheless. The Ravage is going to make him work for it, and a quick Frost Blast is going to bring him down even lower. He time works it off the Ravage, not resulting in anything just yet, and Blaze might just have to run, but Rogue with the dual breath, with the liquid fire, making this Monkey King drop really low, ensuring that he goes down. The Juggernaut not even participating in all of that. If you take a look at the fight recap, they lost 2, but they got 3 in return, and they got a mid tier 1 tower. I think Nefarious are very okay with that. If you also look at it, the only thing that can stop the Juggernaut from just popping Blade Fury and deeping out is the Chronosphere. So Juggernaut's going to be very comfortable just split pushing lanes if he has to. But yeah, we've got the Hood coming out on the Timbersaw. That's some semblance of farm. Might allow him to be a little bit more sustainable in these team fights. The Chain Frost doing so much work, just ensuring the death of the Earthshaker. Nefarious sensing that they have a lead, are just going to group up and push. Embrance, their cooldowns working against them. Without the Chronosphere, they do not have much in terms of team fight, not until that Earthshaker has a Blink Dagger, and for now he's nowhere close. So Nefarious is just going to group up, they're going to get a tier 1. Their mid tier 1 is taking a little bit of damage here, but they can easily come back to defend. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Technicolor Phase takes an Omni Slash, is being run down by the Blade Fury. He's gonna Timber Chain and TP out, but barely makes it. Barely makes it. I'm not sure why Nefarious are giving up this tier 1 though. They shouldn't be giving it up. Unless they're looking at taking down a tier 2, but they haven't got Ravage for 36. They've got the Blink on the Tide. Not a mech, a Blink. But yeah, Nefarious, this is one of the strong suits as a team, that they focus on objectives, and ultimately just hitting buildings is what you need to do to win a game in Dota. Blaze blinks in, anchor smash Gosh onto the Earthshaker, pushing him back. The Chakram still hurts like a bitch because it's all pure damage. Nefarious, are they still looking for the fight here? Abhi with well, he's trying his best. F is here on the Monkey King. Goes in, gets the Wukong's command. There is no Static Storm, but there's a Cronus here. They've lost the Lich, and Chain Frost doing so much work, just bouncing between them all. The Ravage to follow. They lose the Chakiro, but they get so much more in return. It's a double kill for Abhi, who now has to run thanks to the Echo Slam. The Tide Hunter will fall. Abhi, can he kite them? But he can't. There is a Static Storm awaiting him. Nefarious, they fought without the Juggernaut. They lost everyone. But fake a TP. He's just split pushing away. Well, that is a defense coming out from Embrance. They did manage to bring down everyone. They did lose 2 cores though. And they are on the verge of losing a tier 3 tower. Fake a TP, doesn't have the healing word, but he's just going to Blade Fury and TP out of their bash. Is it going to come? Yes, it does! Wahab! You lucky son of a gun. Well, that mouse command is paying dividends. They do manage to put an end to the split push. Nefarious getting a little carried away. I mean, for lack of a better word, that's throwing away a lead. Not fighting without the Juggernaut. Juggernaut split pushing but dying. I think Embrance are going to be somewhat okay with all of this. Like, they're going to be okay. Barely okay, but okay. What's not okay is where some of the cores are sitting in terms of net worth. The Timbersaw, he's sort of kept up, but the Monkey King, I mean, he's piss poor at this point. He's poorer than his own offlaner. Setting the Monkey King mid hasn't worked out. And yeah, 18 minutes in, this is when you want the Monkey King to really start having an impact in these team fights. The Wukong's command, it is a bit of a nuisance, but that's about it. Also, I mean, this is a small thing that a lot of us do discuss in our pubs. But yeah, picking so many melee heroes really hurts you. It's hurting both teams here. Both teams have got an excess of melee heroes. Not an excess, but I'd like to say Embrance does. And this is just resulting in Lips of an Angel getting off these delicious Chain Frost. Zach, I'm not sure what was the plan. This time the Chain Frost reserved for the Disruptor, turns around, drops the Static Storm, but will end up paying with his life. The tier 2 falls and they might lose more. Revo being controlled. Abhi's got the Diffusal Blade to slow down the Earthshaker. Earthshaker so close to his blink. Abhi, is he going to give chase for this one? Looks like he will, and looks like he'll get the kill. While Technicolor phase ends up going down to an Omni Slash on the backlines. The Earthshaker so close to his blink. I wonder if he just disassembles his arcane boots and maybe sells his energy booster to get it, because right now Embrance are in need of anything and everything to hold on to the tier 3s, which are being sieged by Nefarious through backdoor protection. Finally the creep wave is here, but how do they get the fight started? Look for that Chronosphere. Wahab buyback coming up from the Timber, so just going to TP into them. This is when Void needs to get a good Chronosphere or Glimpse to get things started. They do have a Glimpse, it's on to the Chakiro. Now, Nefarious are fighting without the Chain Frost, but they got the Ravage. It controls Wahab in that Chronosphere. F gets off a good Wukong's command. Lips of an Angel being focused, but still surviving. But F, focused by B, brought down as well. While they do manage to find the Lich in exchange, they've lost the Monkey King, they've lost the Timbersaw. This Phantom Lancer is simply too much, and the Earthshaker without his blink can only sit and watch. He drops a Fisher, but Nefarious could just go back in. They could go back in if they want to. They've got the healing ward, they've got everything. I mean, all that is an Echo Slam. And without the Timbersaw, you're missing a huge source of team fight. Zac does have the Static Storm available. But, I mean, what are we looking at here? Wahab being pushed back, Zac being controlled. The Ice Path will miss, but the Blade Fury is there. A B is dominating. The tier 3 has fallen. Embrance now up against a 9,000 net worth deficit. That Earthshaker needs his Blink Dagger. Just goddamn disassemble those arcane boots. You gotta do it. I don't know. At this point, it's too late. They haven't got Glyph. They're losing barracks. Embrance Gaming looking for the long con here. Jakiro will just ensure that the range barracks fall as well. Could move on to Shrine. They could move on to Roshan. The world is their oyster. And Embrance, not too many options remaining for them. Thankfully, they got a tier 2 in the mid lane. So, if I were Embrance, I'd look to farm up buyback and look at fighting near this tier 2. And also look at the Earthshaker. Okay, he's got his blink. So, that could possibly have a huge impact in the next team fight. Also, Embrance have got to look for Nefarious streaking into the Rosh pit. I say sneaking into the Rosh pit, but Abhi just runs straight at the Monkey King. He's bullied him in the laning phase. He's bullying him later on in the game as well. Things not looking good at all for Embrance. Rogue has a blink tag and a Yule scepter. Jesus, he has more net worth than the Timbersaw. They've also got the Ice Hammer, making the Monkey King as well as the Void's life exponentially more difficult in these team fights. Tier 2 to fall. Nefarious looking to go for the kill. They've got a blink dagger on the Juggernaut as well. How do they want to get things started? Ravage up. Revo will try and block the creeper from reaching the tower itself. The top lane is pushing in. Wahab. Big DB goes in, Omni Slash, it's okay, but it bounces off a bunch of them. Blaze blink forward, but didn't commit the Ravage. They commit the Macropyle, focusing the poor Disruptor. Macropyle, Chain Frost, everything and the kitchen sink thrown on for the Disruptor. But they do get the tier 3 tower. The Glyph comes out from Embrance. How do they want to defend? Can Technicolor Phase do anything? Throws out a Chakram, but it's not enough. And Abhi just goes in. Abhi has a silver edge at the Phantom Lancer. And he punishes the Timbersaw for his grade. There's the Echo Slam. It's on to the Phantom Lancer, but plays with the mech and shows that it doesn't even tickle. He moves on to the Earthshaker and finally Wahab with the Chronosphere. But look at this. There's a healing ward right on the floor. And they're just going to turn this around. Wahab will fall. They're losing more. Well played is the call. Heck, GG, well played is the call. And Nefarious have just overwhelmed Embrance and given them a rude welcome into the Masters League. Abhi even gets a rampage. Well, good stuff coming out from Nefarious here. They're 2-0. They won both their games so far. And yeah, it seems to be the making of what should be an exciting LAN in Delhi later next month, excuse me. Anyway, folks, that's it as far as the Dota 2 broadcast is concerned for the day. My name is Vivek. I'm from AFK Gaming. You can find me at facebook.com/VEEWAKE casting. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for tuning in and see you soon.